Hey, what's going on, guys? Flick here, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 Career Mode player review. Today, we'll be having a look at a channel favorite and one of the most consistent players on Career Mode from FIFA 13 all the way up to FIFA 17, and that player is Yassine Benzia. Although he's not the highest potential player, he's always someone that's fun to use in Career Mode, so I thought I would do a player review for him today. If you guys do want to see more Career Mode player reviews in the future, make sure you leave a like on this video and also drop a comment with a suggestion of other players you'd like me to review in the future. In addition, I'll have a poll on the screen right now with the group of players that I'm currently reviewing. You guys can pick which one I do next. At the start of Career Mode, Benzia is a 73 rated striker, 21 years old, and showing great potential with a value of 3.7 million. The 5'10" Algerian can play a number of positions: striker, center attacking mid, and right wing. He's right-footed, high-low work rates, and does have 4-star weak foot coupled with 4-star skill moves. Does have the injury-prone and finesse shot traits and no specialties to start off with. As for his individual attributes, Benzia is incredibly balanced. For only a 73 rated striker, a lot of his stats relevant to his position do exceed 73. For example, in the physical department, 76 acceleration, 78 agility, and 75 sprint speed. And the technical department is even better: 77 ball control, 79 dribbling, and his finishing at 73. One thing he was known for in some of the earlier FIFAs was his curve, and it's still pretty good at 77. Not as good as it used to be, but let's jump into the clips and I'll talk a little bit more about the pros and cons of my experience with Benzia. As we get into the goals and highlights, the first pro I want to talk about is Benzia's physical attributes, and I mentioned earlier that he was balanced in that department, and that was definitely still the case by the time he reached his peak rating, ending with 88 acceleration, 84 sprint speed, and 83 agility. For me, going from the mid-70s to the mid-80s is a great bump, and although he is not able to achieve the 99 sprint speed, 99 acceleration you see in some players, you don't necessarily need that all the time. But the next pro I do want to talk about is his dribbling. 89 dribbling is the standout stat, but he also has 81 ball control, 77 balance, and 4-star skill moves, of course, to pull off the Ronaldo chops, the Berber spins, whatever you do like. The next one is his shooting. 85 volleys, 82 finishing, 80 curve, 78 long shots, and shot power, along with that 4-star weak foot. So he's good enough for a striker, and although he doesn't have a lot of standout stats, the best thing I like about Benzia is his versatility. You saw in his secondary positions, he can play as that center attacking mid or right wing, and that's very much the case. He's clinical enough to be a striker, but he's also pacey and skillful enough to be a winger and creative enough to be a maestro in the midfield. So overall, I do want to give him a 9.4 out of 10, factoring in his cost and also his in-game performance, because you can see by these clips he just scores goals, and you can't judge a player always by his rating. You just need to use him sometimes. As much as I did enjoy using Benzia in-game, he does not hit the highest peak potential, only 81 rated at 27 years old with a value of 15 million. So I think he's used best either in those mid-tier or Road to Glory career modes, where he could be your starting striker for the long term, or used as a substitute player that can play pretty much anywhere in the attack, whether that be at left wing, at striker, or at right wing. He does pick up one specialty along the way, the dribbler specialty. Now for a detailed look at Benzia's final stats, and what impressed me the most was his physical growth, going up plus 12 in the acceleration, plus 9 in the sprint speed, but most importantly, plus 13 in the strength. He already had the pace, but now that he has the strength to go along with that, that makes for a perfect striker in my opinion. You need the strength and you also need the pace to succeed in FIFA 17, and Benzia certainly has that. The technical department didn't see any overwhelming growth, but one thing you do need to consider is I didn't use any training for this growth test or any of my growth tests, so if you consistently use training for Benzia, I could easily see him going up much higher in the technical department and ultimately being much higher in the rating, probably somewhere around the 85 mark. But guys, that'll wrap things up for today's video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel and want to see some more content, and if you're interested, you can follow me on my socials. Links to those are provided in the description down below. But until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.